G'day folks, it's Mish here. I'm currently out in the Victorian Goldfields at the moment. I want to share a very special adventure with you today. So I went out with my husband Al, my friends Ed and Katelyn from Detector Metal Detecting. We went out to an old settlement. We had a little bit of luck on the day too, so stay tuned. Without any further ado, let's grab that gear, let's go hunting. First target of the day for me, and you know what, it actually does seem a little bit promising. So I'm not the first person to get a signal. I can see Ed and Katelyn down there busy with the target. I can actually hear my husband pinpointing something over there. So I'm a bit late to the party, but I've got a signal here. That is a 95-96. Now a bit of depth to it. This is hard soil to dig because there is just rocks everywhere. Let's have a dig, let's see what we get. Alrighty crew, I've dug down a little bit and it was hard going to dig that far down. I have sighted a target here, and I don't know much about it, but what I do know is that it is round. So we're potentially looking at a first coin of the day, but let's just get a nice gentle tool of some sort. Maybe a little groundhog tool, and we're just going to try and pop that out. Hopefully. Easier said than done with this saw, but oh, there we go, she's loose. What did we get? Definitely not a token, not big enough for one of those. This is going to be an old coin of some description. In fact, you know what, I'm going to be really careful. I'm going to get my little toothbrush. We'll take it easy. What have we got? Let's see if we can get any detail off it at this stage. Maybe a monarch or something to that effect. No, you know what? I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty crew, I wasn't able to clean it too effectively out on the field. I think we need to let some of that muck dry off first, and she's a little worn, but that is a very young Queen Victoria, and it's a Britannia, I would say half penny going by that size. And the year is actually under the monarch when we go this far back. I can see it's 18 something. Now, to my untrained eyes, it kind of looks like 1849. I'll give you guys an updated year if I can make any further detail out, but that is a cracking start. First target, and one of my oldest coins from out in the goldfields. Couldn't be much happier with that. Let's move on. Ooh, what you got? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Well, look, if you're going to get a buckle, you may as well go all out.
The first targets are on fire today.
That is awesome.
So cool. Do you have your brush handy?
I do have my brush hopefully handy. In my excitement, I may have thrown it away. There we go.
Thank you.
No worries.
Wow.
So I'm guessing it would have had a bit of grunts to the signal because of that iron in the middle.
Yeah.
Just turn the iron off. So
Yep.
It's just the 25.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, awesome. We'll have to get this cleaned up later.
Nice.
Woo, that's proper
Nice.
gold camp history right there. Stoked. Woohoo!
Well, I've come across another signal here and I'm not quite sure what to make of this one. I know there's a really large chunk of iron here, but there's a lovely clean shallow signal here. So let's have a listen. 73, 74, look, if I was in anywhere that was modern civilization, I'd say maybe we're around the 20-cent piece mark. Probably not likely out where we are. I don't think I'm going to have to dig for this one. Oh, what do we got? Oh, well, that's not too exciting. That is the base of a shotgun shell. Very old one. As for how old, probably can't tell you right now. Oh well, it's something, it's coin-like, and we found it. On to the next. So I thought I'd come across and see how Al was doing. And he's gone and found himself an old pistol shot. So basically a mini musket ball, made of lead. It's definitely hit something. She's squished. That is awesome. It's still remnants of the past, so done pretty well to spot that because it was among a heap of junky stuff. We got wire, we got tin all over the place. Not that it's easy to see, it is mixed in with the leaf litter, but it's hard going, so well done.
Fun time.
Well, I've trekked down the hill from where I was a little bit and I've come across the base of a tree. Now this tree is flippin' huge, 9-inch coil for scale. So the logic here is that this has probably been here in the times of gold prospecting. So I thought I'd scan around the base, and I've got myself a really clear signal here. You guys can have a listen to. 6970. Now, the last time I was out in this particular spot, a 69 signal was a Chinese coin. So I'm a little bit excited. Fingers crossed. Let's have a dig. Ah, boo. That's not what we want. That's someone's ring pull off a VB can. Darn, that sounded so good. Oh well. Well, this one's a relic of a different kind. It's something I've found many times before, but this is my first one for this particular hunt. It's a nice clear 82. It was originally about a 79, 80 before I dug it up. This, my friends, is a musket ball. So definitely fired. It's hit something. But I always love finding these. They're probably my Goldfields equivalent of finding sinkers, I guess, since they are made of lead as well. Very cool. I'll add it to the collection. Well, there's lots of little iffy, plippy, ploppy signals around here. I just got the musket ball just over there. And under the coffee bush here, no, it's not the coffee bush kid. I've got a sort of mid signal. 51, 53, 40s. Look, it's a bit all over the place. But just something I wouldn't mind checking out. With potentially an old button territory there. Let's have a look. Well, folks, I think my instincts might have been right on this one. Let's pop you down for a sec. Let's see what we've got. Okay, down in this hole here, sure enough, got myself a teeny tiny little button. And it does have writing on it. Not so sure I'll be able to work out what it says right now. Get a better look while we're at it. Little 2-hole button. I think it says London on it. It does have a manufacturer's name at the top here, London at the bottom. I'll show you a better picture now. We'll be able to work it out together. Hopefully potentially get some dating on it as well. But what a cool little find. Very happy with that. You know what? I'm starting to think I've found my little patch. Musket ball, button, and I'll come back to a signal here. Didn't find the snacks, I brought those, but did you notice the glass at the bottom? And actually, I didn't even spot this before turning the camera on. We have a teeny tiny bit of blue willow ceramic. So all the signs that there were homesteads in this general vicinity. There is a bit more glass here, so if you have a look down at my feet, all different sorts of colours. I think there's a nice thick aquamarine bit here. Oh, look at how thick that glass is. They don't make them like that anymore. In fact, you know what? That's actually a particularly cool bit because I think that may have been part of a torpedo bottle potentially. Awesome. Alright, but anyway, I did have a signal. Let's go back to it. Right where that wood ends. A nice clear 73-ish. So let's dig it up. This one wasn't quite so exciting, so next to our beautiful old black glass bottle there, whatever this is, doesn't look like anything overly significant if you ask me. It was probably something to do with whatever these were, because they all look to be the same material, but I don't think we'll ever know, unfortunately. Potentially part of cutlery? Not sure on that one. That's cool. Alright, Al's working a target over there. I'm at the base of this large tree, and I've got a very clear signal here. 88. Doesn't sound like it's too far away. We might even be able to live dig this one. Hopefully something nice. It certainly sounds good. At that range, it could be a large musket ball maybe. Could be a coin, like it's a very stable signal. And it's very soft ground, which is delightful. What have we got? Oh, no, we've got... oh, look, it's a relic. It's a rivet. So nothing spectacular, but definitely old. So Al's actually found something interesting over here. Making our way over. Oh, we got a jar. Oh, okay, so you found it by the lid.
No, I haven't found a lid yet, but
Oh, okay.
there's something metallic here.
Oh, now I feel like I should know what that is. I want to say maybe ponds, like moisturiser or something to that effect. I don't know, that's a significant jar. I'm sure there's someone screaming, watching this video right now, telling me exactly what it is. We might even confer with the coffee bush kid on that one, see if we can get an ID. That is an awesome find. So you just found that while you were digging?
Yep.
Wow.
Trying to find something metallic.
Well, maybe you're finding the lid.
Yeah, it's not really gentle.
That is awesome.
There you go.
Oh, it's definitely not the lid for that, but
It's a old
gosh,
tin or
okay.
something.
Yeah,
I think I found somebody's little junk pile.
I think you might have. You might be bottle digging today instead of metal detecting. Awesome. I've just gone and had myself a good little find. I got a lovely clear signal here. It was still is 77. Plain as day, was not going to miss that one, and it was already a promising start when I did a scoop and a little piece of blue willow ceramic came out of the hole. That's obviously not the signal. This is the signal. Ladies and gents, got ourselves a little suspender buckle. Now, I found a few of these out in the goldfields, and as the coffee bush kid would tell you, the engineering on these were fantastic. You can even keep turning them. I'm not going to turn it. I don't want to break it. I can actually see some letters here, though. I can see W, something else in the middle. Oh, that's an ampersand, so W and W. So I might even be able to work out which manufacturer that was. There's potentially a year on here somewhere. Not always. We'll have a bit of a quick scratch. I can't see one there. Anyway, here's a pic of it all cleaned up. That's a marvellous little buckle. Love it. Okay, over there was my suspender buckle. So I've not gone too far at all, maybe only a couple of feet. We got another loud and clear signal. I'll give you a listen. 82 for that one. So that sounds equally nice. Hey, maybe we've got a matching pair of buckles. Let's have a look. Hopefully you can see all right there. Let's find that signal again. Here it is. In this leaf litter here. So the first thing I typically like to do in areas like this is just sweep all of that surface leaf litter off. Just gives us a much clearer picture of where to find our target. Right in the middle here. And you're probably thinking, Mish, why aren't you using your upright digger that we saw a couple of clips ago? We're actually kind of all sharing digging tools today, so it's been a bit past the parcel. We'll get there. Could take a little bit of digging here, but I don't think it's too far down. Thank goodness. All right. Oh, okay. No, I know what this is. This is a singular reed for a musical instrument. As for which musical instrument, I do forget. However, there you are. So it's just a single reed, a bit like a harmonica reed, but we've only got one little prong there. That's cool. I'm getting a lot of evidence about this place. I mean, we just got suspender buckles. My buttons were a little bit further down. I've had ceramic around here. Now I'm getting evidence of instruments. These are all really good signs. In fact, Al just found a jar not too far from here as well. Feeling really positive about this spot. Okay, let's see what else we can get. You guys, I've just ticked something off my bucket list. I wouldn't say it's an extreme bucket lister by any means, but it's an item that I know could be found out in Goldfields and other historic locations, and I've just never come across one myself, but today is the day. This is a somewhat sketchy signal, 63, 64, so a mid-tone signal. Have a look down here, my friends. I've just gotten my very first thimble. So some seamstress back in the day, probably the same person who lost the buttons to be fair, has gone and dropped that. Now I'm going to be a little careful here, I'm not going to scuff away at it. It does feel a little bit brittle, but I think we'll clean that up with a brush. You'll get a better look here, save you some time. Oh, I'm super happy with that. Sometimes they're made of silver, not the case with this particular one. But that is amazing. My very first thimble. Awesome. Well, I've just gone and found a second instrument reed. This one's in pretty good condition, if I do say so myself. It's even got some of the original little prong there. And again, when I'm scooping it up, getting blue ceramic in the digger. So that is seriously cool. I'm having a great day out. I hope the others are going all right too. I think we've all got finds of varying sorts, so it's definitely a win, regardless of what else comes up. Nice. All right, well, my last few instrument reads have read up as a 78, so you tell me, do you think this will be a third one? 76, 77. I think it could very well be. Certainly, given that the other two were found in very close proximity. Let's see. Well, I was wrong. It was not an instrument reed, but it's still something I'm going to take home. This is our largest button so far. Got a 4-hole button. Will it have writing? That's always the big question. Oh, we might not be so lucky on this occasion. Looks to be a fairly plain sort, certainly on the front. There may very well be a manufacturer on the back. Won't scrub it too hard right now. I love them. Have a look at the little collection we're amassing, guys. There's a couple of bits of blue willow here for effect. We've got our couple of reeds, our buckle, our coin, our thimble. Another button. Kind of the Goldfields starter kit, if you think about it. These are the things you want to tick off when you come out in a place like this. Amazing.
I've just detected, and then I went to pinpoint, and then realised it was just sitting on top. So just amongst the leaf litter right here is another thimble.
Oh, wow.
They're just sitting on top. That's awesome.
That's so good.
Squished as well, but it's alright.
Makes you wonder if a previous detectorist has come through, gotten that signal, just thought it was scrap metal and shoved it to the side and kept going.
Yeah. Totally.
Their loss, your gain, Ed.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice one.
A scratchy 70 signal in the ground has produced this. Now I am in the area where I was finding all of those instrument reeds. Ed's just gone and found one for himself down there. So I'm actually thinking this may be instrument related. Now I'm not really much of a muso. I'll play you a mean song on a guitar around a campfire, but that's probably about it. But it kind of feels like a button that you would press on an instrument perhaps. I'm not sure. Let me know if that makes any sense to you. It definitely has had some sort of lever action going on in here. It's kind of cool. I like it. This, my friends, is button number, I think, 3 for me on this adventure. Will we have writing on this one? It's looking a little bit more worn than the other ones I've found. Give it a quick scrub, see if we can see anything. Four-hole button. And look, it does have something written on there. Whether I'm going to be able to make that one out, I'm not so sure. Definitely had a hard life. Very cool though. Is it silver? No, looks like we've got a bit of a coppery tinge to this one. Anyhow, very cool. Well, my friends, we're getting to the tail end of this adventure. You can see Al over here. You can see Ed down there. We can hear Katelyn over there somewhere. We'll have a few cool things to see before we go. But I've just gotten my first signal in this spot. Pretty loud and clear, 86, 87. Curious to know what it is. We might not have to go too far for this one. You let me know if you see it. Oh, what are you? Where are you? Oh, there it is. What the heck is that? No, not entirely sure what that is. What I can tell you is that this main part is made of lead. Not so sure about the connecting piece. I'm really not sure. Look, if I've worked out what it is, I will tell you down here. If I haven't worked out what it is, could you kindly tell me? But we're certainly taking that one. Well, this is an interesting one for you folks. This was a very strong, I think 7980 signal. We've dug out this. Now, all I can tell you about this is that it has a hinge here. It looks like this piece can actually open out. I'm not going to try and force it. And it has something written here. Now, whether that's 66 foot or it's like 66F something, I may have a better idea at this point. I'm really not sure, but I kind of like it. Nice bit of craftsmanship. All right, let's take it. Right, folks, I said I wanted to show you something cool, and I'm going to show you something cool, but there's a bit of a caveat here. So, what you're seeing behind me is ruins of an old building. Now, this has been here probably 150 or more years. We are not allowed to detect the immediate vicinity of this property, so we've actually got some GPS maps with us today that tell us where we can and can't detect. This one's a strict no-go zone because this is a preserved ruin. There are areas around this we can detect, and that's what you've been seeing in this video. So with that in mind, we're going to go have a look. We're not going to detect inside it, but we're going to have a bit of a glimpse into the past. Let's go. That's awesome. So we can see there's been a chimney stack of sorts here. Got a few rocks and whatnot on the ceiling. Guessing that was to keep it all in place. Watching our step because it's a bit steep here. How awesome is this? So you can see it's in a bit of disrepair. But wow. We'll have a peer inside, being very careful not to dislodge any stones. Can you imagine living in a building this small? Would have been cozy, that's for sure. But how beautiful is that? It's not the only ruin around here. There's some remnants elsewhere as well. This is probably the best preserved one here. And that is just amazing. I'm so glad to have seen that with my own eyes. Ooh, Ed got a coin. Moving right along. I'm told I've got to watch for ants, but I'm not too worried about those. I want to see this coin. What'd you get?
Britannia or something.
Oh, that's a Britannia penny. So that's a young Queen Victoria.
Yep.
Oh, be careful with that one because that's got a beautiful green patina. We might
does.
clean that up carefully afterwards.
Yep. Good plan.
Amazing. Well done. Wait, hang on. I think Al just got a coin. Moving right along. All right, we're heading across to Al now. Coins galore. What did you, oh my gosh, you got a Chinese coin. That's awesome.
Got your brush on you?
I do have my brush on me. Oh, so much excitement, I love it. Now that might be a little hard to get some detail out in the field. We might need to take our time with it, but we'll definitely put some info down here. We'll do a bit of research, see if we can work out the emperor, see if there's, we may actually struggle to get detail off that one, but nonetheless, that is unmistakably
That was a 16 or 17.
1617 on the Equinox
Yep.
800. So many Equinoxes these days. What an amazing find. Well done, man. Well guys, it's tools down, time to call it a day. We have all had a handful of good finds today. I guess one by one, what was your favourite find?
Probably a Chinese coin, I'd say.
Chinese coin. What was yours, Caitlin?
The button I found with stitching and writing on it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Ed?
The Victorian penny, definitely.
How good is that? And I'm pretty happy with the half penny I found as well. So all in all, we have all had a win out here. We've all found some classic relics as well. Highly recommend getting out to the Goldfields and giving it a go one day, guys. I think we're wrecked. We're going to make our way back home. So thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget the like button. In the meantime, guys, take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you on our next adventures. Cheers.